Money's tight right now, and at this show, we care about helping you guys save it.
We care.
We care.
I don't care at all. Saving money is for dopes and losers.
I'm gonna show you how to be thrifty. Welcome back to the Keith Hebert Show.
The Keith Hebert Show.
Saving money is easy because there's so many ways you can do it, but they don't want you to know how.
You've got that right. At this very moment, you can get a Sea Captain lamp for 20% off.
Anyway, buy a Sea Captain lamp and help support the show because we put out a new episode for you every week for free. Whether you wanted us to or not.
Chances are not. Your show stinks, you're gonna fail.
Dude, you're on like every episode of the show. If it stinks, it's probably your fault.
Your show's so good. I watch it all the time. Especially when I'm in it. People say I steal the scene. I don't know. Do I? Maybe I should get a TikTok.
That's great. Maybe you'll be successful and be able to pitch in some rent next time.
You'll never see me on TikTok, and you're never gonna get a penny from me.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you.
This basement stinks. This chair back here is not even that evil, and there's hardly enough spider webs in this place to call it a bad boy lair.
So what are some of the best ways to be thrifty?
A great way is if you ever see something on the side of the road that says free, just take it, okay? You might not need it now, but you never know what's going to happen 10 or 12 years down the road. You just might need a few spare refrigerators. Or maybe you want to have a kid and you decide that you want to force that kid to take piano lessons. So you just go and you take one of those free pianos you got off Craigslist and then you can just give them to the kid. And then if they still don't want to play, you can take some more of the free pianos and just barricade that kid in the room. And they can't get out until they learn piano. It's kind of like an escape room, except instead of paying to go and having fun and you get out eventually, you actually just have to learn how to play piano or you'll die in there.
Alright, listen here, mister. You're gonna learn how to play that piano, or you're gonna be grounded for the rest of your life.
I was a piano teacher once. This is how it's done. Just gotta clear my throat.
Another way to be thrifty is to stop buying DVDs. You're buying so many, okay? Don't you have enough? Is your DVD collection getting out of control? Instead, just take that money and then you can go invest that into VHS tapes because a lot of people will give them you for pennies on the dollar, if not for free. And if the movie you want to see came out after they stopped making VHS tapes, you can just call your friend and have them explain the movie to you.
So basically, he's one of those, weapon guys fighting, and then he wants to get married to a lady of the night, but he finds out that he's gonna die, so he just goes away. People give him drugs to save his life, and then he gets burnt to a crisp. Sounds fun. But he survives somehow. And then there's a blind lady that's his friend, and then they hang out because she's not scared of his face.
Wow, that sounds like a great movie, and I didn't even have to pick it up on VHS.
Do you have any stories with heroic Sea Captain lamps?
I don't think that tale's been written yet.
Now, another way to save money is, say your car is filthy because the birds like to use it as a toilet. Well, you got to get a car wash, and they can be kind of expensive, but I figured out a way to get car washes for free.
How do you do that?
The secret is to go when it's really busy. You pull in, get in the long line, and then when you get to the front of the line and there's tons of cars behind you, just be like, oh my gosh, I forgot my wallet. And they're just going to be like, well, we can't have 30 people back up just to let this one idiot out. Let's just let him go in free.
But what if you want to do that again? Won't they recognize your car?
No, because you just go with a different car every single time.
That's not a bad idea. I can't believe I didn't think of it. Maybe Keith's not as wimpy as I thought he was.
Now that you've exhausted all your free sources, there's one last-ditch way that you can be the thrift king or queen of your dreams.
And what might that be, Mr. Keith?
It's a little thing called dumpster diving.
Ah, yes, I've heard about the legend of dumpster diving. Shirley Mitchell of Hampshirstead, Ireland, got a little too tipsy one evening and fell out of a window and into a dumpster.
Is that enough?
and at first she was disgusted. But then she was amazed at all of the wonderful things she found.
Babe, you gotta be careful in there. You gotta watch out or you might get tetanus or rabies.
It might be kind of cool to know what it feels like to be rabid.
Babe, you're totally blowing my mind. Let's get rabies on purpose.
I won't condone that kind of behavior, but I will say it will probably make some excellent content. I hope I taught everyone a new way to be thrifty. Now, if you like the show, please squish the like button and then squash the comment button and leave a comment about a time that you had rabies or your friend was rabid. And if you don't have a story like that, you can just make that up and maybe I'll feature it in next week's episode. All right, later.
The Kid Fever Show. We're gonna talk about things and stuff. Everything that's on his mind. Everything that's on your mind. All the minds. All the minds. The Kid Fever